So if you guys watched my SteelSeries Arctis 7 headset review, you know that I went through about 2 or 3 headsets before I finally found one that was worth sticking with. And I'm not gonna lie, gaming headsets are really, it's all down to preference, whether you like how it feels or you don't like how it feels, or you like how it sounds or you don't like how it sounds. Everyone's got different shaped heads and everyone's got different ears and different hearing. So all headsets are going to feel and sound a little bit different to every different individual. But I think I finally found one. I've been using it for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and that is the Astro A50s, if it'll focus in. There we go. I've been using these Astro A50s for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I am in love with everything about them. Now, there definitely are some minor flaws that we're going to get into. I got a whole pros and cons list that we're going to kind of go through, talk about all the goods on the headset, talk about the bads on the headset, and give you guys an overall opinion on is it worth the $300 that it costs. So the Astro A50s are a completely wireless headset that you can use on PC, PS4, and I believe Xbox One as well. If you want the Xbox One version, you have to make sure that you buy the one specifically made for Xbox, because the other one that I have right here, you can either use it on PlayStation 4 or you can use it on PC. On the right ear cuff is where you're going to have all of your headset controls. Basically, you have your on and off switch at the top. Underneath that, you have your Dolby Digital surround sound. You also have an equalizer. You have 3 different equalizer presets that you can cycle through. And then at the bottom, you have a volume scroll wheel for your master volume. And on the faceplate of the right side ear cuff, you have a game and voice audio balancer. So it allows you to adjust your game and voice chat accordingly if you want one to be higher than the other or vice versa. Now the headset is fully adjustable. So those of you guys that have small heads, or if you have a big head, no matter the size of your head, it should be able to fit, and it has some very nice, cushy, soft padding. That was one of my biggest gripes with the SteelSeries, is that it just was not comfortable for me, at least, at all. And whenever I put the headset on, all I felt was the back of the speaker driver. There was no padding on the speaker driver at all. So all I felt was just that plastic speaker driver just crushing up against my ear, and it was awful. So these things are just like my old Astro A40s, extremely comfortable. And speaking of my Astro A40s, I do want to note these, I actually have them right here hanging up. These Astro A40s, these things actually lasted me a solid 7 years. So the price of this is expensive, $300, but when you factor that into 7 years, you're only paying what? You're only paying a little over $42 a month if these things are to hold up for 7 years, which they should if you treat them right. Now these things have really good sound. There's a lot of different presets you guys can go through. I'll probably throw up a clip on the screen for you guys of the Astro Command Center program they have. That is the software for this headset. You have a bunch of different equalizer presets you can go through. I think I'm currently using the Pro equalizer. That's the one that personally sounds best to me, but you guys can use any of them on your own, or you can actually customize your own to your liking if you know how to mess with all those equalizer presets. I'm pretty stupid, so I have no idea what any of these megahertz and hertz for audio stands for. By the way, if you guys watched my Q&A video and you saw the G Fuel on the back wall, my birthday was this past weekend, and all of my friends and family members that got me presents, literally all of them got me G Fuel. So I got about 10 tubs of G Fuel downstairs sitting in the pantry. So it's safe to say I'll be set on G Fuel for the next 12 months probably. Another thing I really like about these Astros is the battery life. It's said to have over 15 hours of battery on one single charge. And a feature that's really cool to help extend the battery life is, say you run downstairs, you have to run to the other room to get something, and you take the headset off. There's actually sensors on this headset that can tell if it's on your head or if it's resting down on the table. So if this headset is off of your head for about 10 to 15 seconds, it'll actually go into a sleep mode to where it turns the headset off and it's not using any battery power at all. And then as soon as you pick it back up, before you can even get it back on your head, it'll automatically go ahead and turn back on, and it's instant connection right away. So that's a super cool feature that helps with the battery life. I will say it does charge rather slowly. I don't know if that's because they decided to go with the micro USB for the base station. I think they should have went with a USB-C, make it more future-proof, but oh well, they went with a micro USB. What can we do? And speaking of the base station, this little base station actually makes for a very neat little headset stand. So if you guys don't have your own headset stand, this little base station right here makes for an absolute outstanding headset stand. Now, the one gripe I do have about this headset stand, and it's one that you'll only run into once in a blue moon, is the connectors on it. The connectors connect fine when you're trying to charge it. You know, it doesn't seem like it has to be like dead on the connectors to charge it, But whenever I tried to update the firmware on the headset, which again, you'll only have to do once in a blue moon. It's not like they update these things every week. But whenever I was trying to update the firmware, it kept saying that it kept failing the update. And I was like, why is it not working? Even though the headset was on there, the lights were going like it was updating on the base station. And then I looked in there, I was like, huh, the connectors don't look like they're perfectly set on there. So I wiggled the headset around, adjusted it a little bit, and what do you know, I restarted the update and it went right through. So when it comes to charging these things, it's pretty easy. You just set it on there. It doesn't have to be like perfectly placed. It'll just start charging right away. But when you do want to update the firmware, you gotta kind of play with it for an extra few seconds to make sure you have the pins directly connected. And the last gripe that I kind of have, which again isn't really a big one, but it's the microphone. You know, as a content creator and a streamer, I never use the microphone on these because I have my own personal USB microphone. So I do wish that the mic was detachable like on the Astro A50s that I used to have. Instead, it's just a swivel mic, but whenever you push it up to the top, it does automatically mute the mic, so you don't have to worry about it accidentally selecting this microphone as your microphone device. As long as it's pushed up, it's going to be disabled as a device. But I do still wish they made it to where you could detach the headset if you didn't want, or the microphone if you don't want to use it. So the real question is, are the Astro A50s really worth $300? In my opinion, after trying 3 different headsets, and finally, which I don't know why I didn't go with Astro, the real reason is I didn't want to pay $300 up front, because for a headset that is rather expensive. The only other headset I know that is way up there in cost is the SteelSeries Arctis Pros, and I think those are around $340, $350. But if you're on the fence, I gotta say, I personally if you can afford the $300, because they're gonna last you a long time, I highly recommend that this headset is the one that you go with, because it's just, there's nothing more comfortable than the Astros. And the SteelSeries may be comfortable to some people, but this headset, you can't beat how soft and how nice this cloth feels. And another gripe that I had with the SteelSeries headset was that the cloth on it it didn't feel authentic at all. For 150 bucks, it felt really cheap. So it definitely feels nice having a much more high quality, authentic fabric going over your ears whenever you're wearing these. If you guys want to check out the Astro A50s, I will drop a link in the description for you guys to go and look at them yourselves. And drop me a comment below. What do you guys think about the Astro A50s? Do you think that the price tag is justified with what you're getting here in the headset? And leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that these things are worth $300? Do you guys have another headset that you might want to recommend to some people down below in the comments to go with instead of this? And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you really enjoyed, smash that like button because it really helps me out. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.